This animal triumvirate video, as I like to think of it, is heavily inspired by just seeing how many people want to use animals as examples of either proof against God or proof for God. One thing I failed to address in that particular video on what animals prove or disprove God is something that I should have brought up, but for some reason it just slipped my mind until everything was done and it was uploaded. So I thought I'd bring it up here before I worry about it any further. And that is the concept of the Babel fish. I'll leave a link to the video I did on it, which was way back in the days. That's my first ever video on YouTube, particularly on philosophy and stuff like that, back when I was the Christian philosopher. But I'll just give you a quick rundown. Essentially, the Babel fish was a fictional fish that had some remarkable uses that meant it could not possibly have evolved on its own. It was so useful, it was so specific and so able to connect things that it clearly could not have evolved on its own. And therefore, by the logic that was used in that argument, it disproved God. For proof denies faith, and without faith, God is nothing. Like I said, I'll certainly leave a link to that particular video in the description. Wasn't in the cards. I apologise for the sunlight. I'm just driving to pick up something. But essentially, this is sort of what my videos are about. I don't pretend to be perfect. I don't pretend to be correct every single time. I'd like to be, but that's not always possible. I am human. And because of that, I'm bound to miss out things that would have really helped, and I did in that situation. That's why I'm bringing forward this point in this video. But also as a human, I need time to rest, I need time to do stuff, or just don't have time to fit everything in. And so that's why, whilst I'm on holiday, I won't be doing any videos. Hopefully this will be up by the time I leave for my holiday, I don't know. But I'd also like to take this opportunity to explain what my next few videos are going to be about. Because I've already done videos on some atheist channels, and I recently switched over to some extreme Christian channels. So now I think it's time to go back to the atheist channels. The thing is though, and this is not by design by any means, the atheist channels I accidentally chose this time all seem to be from ex-Christians. People who are, in their own terms, deconverted. I don't really like that term, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But I mention this because I had to change up the format of these videos. I can't just do one big block video on stuff that they did, make a judgment based on that, and then do a couple of other videos on things that they've done most egregiously. No. What I need to do instead is look at why they deconverted. And that's the advantage of these channels. They tend to tell you. Either because someone's asked, or because they've been on there so long that people start to wonder, why did you ever leave in the first place, or what was your story? And so they oblige. And it's those videos that I'll be looking at first, along with some tie-in ones that for some reason they don't link to, but that will help explain what their religious background was, and that really helps. Because with people like the Atheist Voice, the Friendly Atheist, and what's his name, Rationality Rules, because it's sort of where they don't have any religious affiliation at all, they don't really give much of an impression of having any inside knowledge. They may look up stuff about it, but that doesn't mean they have delved into it. Conversely, the deconverted, they tend to have a more negative impression from personal experience, often from whichever church they were raised in. And that's what I've seen just in the handful of videos I've seen so far. So with all that in mind, I'm hoping these videos will be a bit more in-depth, a bit more rounded. It's all too easy to become incredibly judgmental about these things, as I know from personal experience. I have become quite judgmental on things. So I need to find a place to start with them and build on that. Sometimes it's easy to fall out of love with religion and then go back to it. Sometimes people might try experimenting with religion and then suddenly realise no, it's not for them, and leave. And that could be for any number of reasons. It could be because they lose their faith and rediscover it. It could be that they were just trying and didn't really feel it. Or it could be the crowd. And that's often the case. That is why, in one of my first videos as Warrior Pilgrim, I tried to emphasise the fact that the church isn't necessarily a building, isn't necessarily a collection of teachings, and isn't necessarily just a bunch of viewpoints. It's a community. And if we start to violate that, then why are we bothering to open up churches? The church needs to be open for everyone, not just those that decide, yes, this is how we believe and this is only how we believe. That's why I'm very against fundamentalism, because they're about as gatekeeping as any other community I've ever seen, often more so. So that's basically it. Hopefully you'll get to see this video at some point. I'm not very good at uploading things, that's not mentioning any particular dates, but I'm hoping over the next few weeks I'll have some more videos out. Just remember, if you want to see more like it, by all means subscribe to the channel. Leave suggestions for videos and topics that you want to see me discuss, or if you have any questions, any challenges, I'm open to those. Those that have commented and I haven't responded very well, it's just because I'm extremely busy. I don't have a lot of time on my hands. I'll do what I can, I promise you that. So until then, stay safe and happy Sunday.